Hey everyone, it's Anna Wheaton here from Nudge Nudge Ink Ink. I recently posted a picture of these cards on my Facebook page, and they use, amongst other things, the Dotted Circles Embossing Folder. And I had quite a few questions asking me about the layering that you use to run this through your machine to get the end result. So I thought I'd do a quick video. The Dotted Circles Embossing Folder is a current folder with Stampin Up. This price here is the Australian price, so if you are in a different market, you could check that yourself. It is quite a large folder, which makes it really handy for various card designs because you can actually aim where you want that circle to be. So the Dotted Circle Embossing Folder is a 3D embossing folder. I don't know if you can see that it's quite thick compared to what we would say is an ordinary embossing folder, and for that reason you've got to have a different setup. When you get your stamp cut and emboss machine, which is the current machine that Stampin' Up sells, they give you your main plate number 1, a cleaner version of this number 2 plate, which is a skinny plate. You'll get 2 clear plates, which they call number 3 plate. And then you'll get this plate, number 4. So this is called a specialty plate. Stampin' Up did have an earlier version of it, which is blue. So if you have that, it's the same thickness. If you don't have this one because you bought an earlier machine, it is available separately. Now, the reason we have this plate is for the 3D embossing folder. So if you look at your basic plate number 1, it has here information about embossing folders. So there's a configuration for your normal or thin embossing folder. This is the one for the thick one. So it says using with 3D embossing folders. And what it tells you to do is use plate number 1, that's this one, then your embossing folder, and then plate number 4, which is the specialty plate. One of the questions someone asked, or the comment they made, is that their folder ends up curling. Now, I haven't seen what this lady is doing, but I can guess that possibly she is not putting a plate on top of it. This must be sandwiched between 2 plates. If it's on top, it's going to curl, and then you'll be sad because it's very hard to uncurl. So our configuration will be, just grabbing a piece of cardstock. I'm going to slot that into my folder, and as you can see, it's great because it's such a big folder, you can move your piece of paper around so that you can get that central circle wherever you want. So I'm going to put that in and close up my folder. So I'm going to have plate number 1, which is the thickest plate. So you may have a different machine, but if you've got a Big Shot, for example, it will have a thick plate. You're then going to put your embossing folder down, and then you're going to put your specialty plate on top to create a sandwich. And then the other important tip is you must send it through hinge first. So there's the top of my embossing folder. That's the hinge. It's going to go into the machine first. Wind it through. And then out comes that beautiful design. Now, some people commented that they either couldn't get it to go through the machine or that it was too loose with the layering. So I would guess if they're finding it too loose, possibly they're using that main platform, then their embossing folder, and perhaps one of these. Not as thick as this, all right? That's why you need the thick one. If you're finding that it's too thick to go through the machine, a couple of suggestions. You may have left plate number 2 in, all right? That's going to make it too thick, and this will be the wrong combination also, all right? So make sure it's 1 embossing folder, and then plate number 4, and that should get you some good results. Hope that's helpful and that I've answered everyone's questions. Thank you. Bye.